Hi everyone, I've been trying to make this video for a long time and I just kind of got the courage and the strength to do it. And from reading from the title, it is Single and Pregnant. So I just kind of want to tell my story. Hopefully this can help inspire someone that it's okay to be single, pregnant, and happy. And it's just another way for me to vent and to kind of look back on these videos later on in life and see how much I've, been through and how I handled it. So I hope that I try to make this video as short as possible without too much rambling. I do also have this habit of saying a lot, so you'll probably notice that throughout my videos. I'll try to keep that to a minimum. So before I talk about how I ended up being single and pregnant, I want to talk a little bit about myself, who I am. I am 28. I actually turned 28 2 weeks ago, and I live in South Florida, just outside of Miami. I'm sure everyone have heard of Miami, and it is what it is, a party city. I've been living here for most of my life. I grew up in Jamaica, and I moved here when I was 13. So I guess you could say about a little over half my life I've been living in South Florida. I was actually married. I got married at 19 and I got a divorce at 25. I don't know, I was a little bitter about the relationship breakup, but not that much because you kind of knew it was going to happen. We grew apart and it was just time for us to let each other go. So I really didn't feel too bad about it that we weren't going to be staying married anymore. So I was prepared for that. Anyways, so I moved back to my parents' house because I wanted to finish my degree. I graduated with my master's in occupational therapy, and I'm very happy. I actually graduated, I want to say 3 weeks ago. I graduated with my master's in occupational therapy. If you're not sure what that is, I would say look it up. It's a great field. So I've been living with my parents. I live with my mom, my sister, my dad, and her husband. So we have a full house, but my dad and my brother-in-law have been in New Jersey now for about a year. So they come home every now and then to visit. But they're working, they're welders on oil tanks in New Jersey. So it's just mostly my mom and my sister and I. I like living home. A lot of people would be like, I don't know how you do it. But the kind of relationship that I have with my mom and my sister makes living at home easy. And it's not necessarily that I can't afford to live at home. I mean outside of home or get my own place, but right now I think I enjoy being around my parents. I enjoy being around my sister, and I feel like being single and pregnant, I'm going to eventually be a single mom, which means I'll probably need help with the little one. So I decided after I have the baby, I'll stay home for a little bit before I consider venturing out. I've told myself if I leave home, I am buying my own house. I'm not renting anything. So I just want to, stay home and work and save some money and doing that. So right now I think my future looks positive. I have good support system, strong family values, strong family ties. A lot of friends that are stick by my side kind of know my situation, and some of them are going through the same thing, and some are happily married, and that's okay. But uh, a lot of I'm just, I think my future looks okay. I feel like even though I kind of have it okay, like my family takes care of everything for me and they're really supportive, and I have good friends, and I have a promising career in the future. I'm actually studying to take my state license exam, so pray for me, guys. Um, so even though I have all those things, I feel like a little part of me is missing something, and that's basically because I know that my son father is not in the picture. I'm actually 23 weeks pregnant, and I'll be 24 next week, next Saturday. Um, I'm 23 weeks pregnant. I'm having a boy. His name is going to be Caden. Um, kind of matches my name a little bit, and I'm really excited about him. I'm so excited. My family is excited. It's their first grandbaby. My sister, she's younger than I am. She's beyond excited. She comes in and she talks to my stomach, and it's just the cutest. And he kicks every time she talks, so it's so cute. Um, so I feel like it's just missing. It's just missing. What happened between the father and I? We dated. We weren't dating for a long time. I think that's one of the reasons why we're in the position that we were. I'm in. Not even we. I'm gonna say I am in. We weren't dating for very long, and you know what happened one night? Things just kind of got a little too exciting, and we didn't take the right precaution to prevent this from happening. And um, next thing I knew, I was pregnant. I was 2 months pregnant when I found out that I'm pregnant. And I immediately told him, and his first response was that I need to get an abortion ASAP. This can't happen. I can't support a child right now. I already have a daughter. I can't do this. That's what his words were. And even though a little part of me thought about getting the abortion, I couldn't bring myself to do that. I went to a, a facility or clinic or something. I didn't have insurance, and I went to this. It's like a free pregnancy test clinic. They kind of talk about what your choices are, and I remember speaking to one of the advisors, and she prayed with me, and she's like, "I'm so happy that you've decided to keep your baby." So she gave me all of my resources, what I need to do um, now that I am pregnant, and they gave me my first ultrasound at the facility, and it was completely free. Following after that, I went ahead and scheduled a doctor's appointment and started to do that. Anyways, so he decided that I told him, I said, I'm not going to get an abortion. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm not going to get an abortion, and you're going to have to deal with this little situation here. So he said, okay, I will be there for you and the baby. Like I said, I'm now 23 weeks pregnant, and he has not really been there. He hasn't really been there. He's never been to any doctor's appointment. He's very shady. He tries to keep his life a secret, which makes me believe that he may still be married. He said he was married before, and he supposedly got a divorce, but I don't know. I feel like the way he behaves makes me feel like he really is still married. Um, he, I tried with him to be civil and to do everything to keep him in this life, but his biggest concern is that I'm going to put him on child support, and he's just a complete mess. He manipulates to get what he wants. The only time that he shows concern in me or this baby is if he wants something. He's very financially unstable. He's emotionally unstable. My decision to not get involved with him too much were for two reasons. One, he needed money for rent, and I said, I cannot help you because I'm in school. I was doing my internship at that time. I can't help you. And he said, ask your parents. He kind of knows that my dad and my parents make, pretty good money. My dad works with oil tanks and things like that. So my dad, he's doing good. And he's like, can you go ask your parents? I know your parents can help out. Just tell them it's for you. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. First of all, you've made no effort to meet any of my family members. So why should I go ahead and ask my mother to help you out? So he's like, okay, well, it is what it is. I'm just going to get kicked out of my apartment. This is it. I have nowhere to live, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to go kill myself. So when he said that, I was like, are you seriously kidding me? Are you really doing this? I'm pregnant right now, and you're telling me that you want to kill yourself. He's like, yes, I'm going to kill myself. And as I said, is this really true? Because if this is true, I'll have the police come to your house immediately. Of course, he came down off his high. No, I'm not going to kill myself. I'm just really stressed out. Come on, guys. Then, another reason why I decided to walk away from him was one day we got in an argument because I asked him, what are your plans? What are your future plans with this child? You are not doing anything for yourself, and you have a child on the way. And it turned into a big argument to the point where he threatened to kill me and the baby. I was in shock. I was devastated. My mom got on the phone and tried to talk to him, and he kind of came down off his high. It took us so much arguments for him to finally come and meet my parents. He is just beyond. I think the fact that he's very shady and he tries to keep everything, keep his life so private, that alone, and his emotional instability and his financial instability and his all of that just kind of makes me know that I have to do this on my own. And sometimes it's very sad. Sometimes I sit there and I'm wondering, I said, why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. I helped him out when I could. Why? But you have to live with your consequences. You make the decision to do that. You could have protected yourself and you didn't. So I just have to live with it. And there's days that I wake up and I'm crying because I feel like, my son is supposed to have a good father. He's supposed to know his other half of his family, and I don't think that he has any intentions of telling his family that he has another child. He's supposed to have what I had growing up. I had both my parents. I had both sides of my family. I was loved by both sides. And it's so sad and frustrating when I know that this little kid is not going to know his other half. He's not going to know his sister, his grandmother. He's only going to know my side of the family. And while my side of the family is just beyond excited and happy for this little bundle, but it just makes me really sad. And there's days I feel really depressed about this. But for the most part, I'm very happy about my baby. I look forward to working as an occupational therapist. And I don't need his money. I try to tell him, I said, I'm going to be making $70,000 plus a year. I don't need your money. I don't. I just need for you to be a father, and it just can't get to his head. And sometimes I think he tries to be difficult on purpose because he's made comments. He's like, I know how to get under your skin, like it's a joke, but I know that's what he's doing. Anyways, I'm trying not to make this video too long, and I just want to let you know that I'm going to continue making videos as I go through this process of being a single mommy to be. And yeah, it's just going to be okay. I just know it's going to be okay, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, well, thanks for watching.